What is up, guys and gals? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another React. You know, the year is 2013. Clayster has a Call of Duty contract being paid $500 a month, $6,000 for the entire year, competing professionally in Call of Duty. You fast forward 8 years, it's 2021, and Courage JD, a brand new co-owner for 100 Thieves, just made $100,000 in Bitcoin playing a game of Uno, which is technically on LAN. Could you have guessed that we just came here 8 years later?
And didn't even blink an eye to add that he won that $100,000 in Bitcoin. Didn't even blink an eye. Didn't even care. I feel like
I know, he just laid the card. It was like, nice.
Yeah. Due to a slight dip in Bitcoin today, he actually only won $99,350. So thoughts and prayers to our boy for
what is it?
losing that 650.
Hold. Either way, it's just crazy that we're here. Yes, in case you guys did not catch it, it was the 100 Thieves overall $350,000 Uno tournament, something they have done in the past, I believe a couple of times, one of which was during a Super Bowl halftime, and this time around it was Courage coming away with the victory. It's just crazy to know we're talking about a Uno tournament, and there was a little bit of backlash for a couple of reasons, which we're going to call at least one of them a joke, that being everyone and their mom talking about it being rigged. If you guys missed it, there were several participants for the event. When it came time for the final table, every single one of the 100 Thieves members who was at the event also made the final table. Here are a few clips of Hassan. I think Austin addressed this. We had Brooke and Courage making jokes on Twitter. It wasn't rigged, but of course that has to be the theme.
In the first round, in the second round, and then all of a sudden we got cooked. All I'm gonna say is it was rigged. If you we are the real qualifiers, okay? If you count the rounds that we won and you don't count the rounds that we lost, we are the ones who actually won, okay?
Unjustifiably in a position I don't deserve to be in.
God in my ear, please tell me the last one. Hello? No. Oh, they're calculating. They're calculating. Hassan fans are saying to stop the steal and that it was rigged. It's not true. I can guarantee you this is not rigged. We are not. There's no steal to be stopped, okay? It's authentic and verified.
And then when we bounce back as well, you know, the fact that 100 Thieves member won is not too surprising. When we knew at the beginning of the event there were so many that were invited that there were some good percentage chances that 100 Thieves member would win. I was personally hoping to be Nade Shot for the headline because that would have been something someone would have complained about for sure.
I mean, we know because Nade Shot tweeted before the event, like a couple of days before, he's like, I'm either going to get out in the first round or I'm going to win it all. And so I was like, man, this is looking
He was
real
right in a way.
suspicious.
He got
Technically first out in the grand table.
Yeah, he
final
got
table.
first out in the finals.
Yeah.
But like the other thing is like this is what a run for Courage.
Oh my God.
Like someone put that man through a metal detector because he sat on a horseshoe.
Like
There's a horseshoe inside that
Dude,
man.
I did not watch too much of the event. I did watch most of the final table though, but his back and forth with Nico was just, yeah, I mean, some lucky cards for a lot of people out there. But it was funny because people like to find a way to complain. I want to talk about this being one of the first LAN events we have talked about this year, and it's an Uno LAN event if we want to count it as one. It was at the Cash App facility. There were a couple dozen people there at the very least in capacity, and people found a way to complain about this not being COVID friendly or COVID safe. They saw a few participants maybe in some side rooms during interviews or maybe not having their masks on, to which people took a chance to complain. Ray has now responded about this, all of the protocols they did follow, alongside Jackson Dahl, saying they were tested a week before, a day before, and the day of, and most participants were fully vaccinated. So I thought that was a pretty reasonable response for a low capacity event.
Yeah, and like you said, people are going to have a problem with anything. Like, they're going to find a problem with it, but it was cool to see, cool and weird at the same time, to see people in the same room doing something competitive without masks on.
It was odd, yeah. I mean, I didn't mind. I wasn't one of those complainers.
Right.
I assumed they followed some safety protocols, but it was weird just to see, because even the last time we probably saw it, me personally, I think on LAN was either Dota or League of Legends Worlds, and now we're doing it with Uno. We're seeing,
But even that, like, they had like masks on for the most part. I think, as far as
Did
I
they?
remember, like for the last League Worlds was still around COVID because people were so impressed that they were doing it with COVID going on and they did it safely. And so, yeah, it was just weird to watch.
for me, I was shocked that if this receives complaints, I mean, God knows when we actually go back to a real competitive land for an esport out there, whether it be League or Valorant or Call of Duty or whatever, and we actually have more than a couple dozen people having to compete, are the complaints going to come up again for that kind of stuff if they come up here?
And I think part of that is, 100 Thieves, as popular as they are, also always kind of draws a little bit of hate because they're, they got real big real fast, and there's always going to be some people that just don't like that. But it's also hilarious to me that the people that almost walked away with it, and what an amazing video and thumbnail it would have been, the Botez sisters
Oh my God.
almost bringing that money back to NRG. Just thinking of Hastro, what he would have tweeted the next day would have been amazing.
Dude, my entire timeline last night was like anxiously waiting to see what Hastur had to say if Envy and the Botez sisters, they are the chess players that were signed to Envy just recently, if they somehow, as the only Envy members in the entire event, taking on every single 100 Thieves member, if yes, you have Envy winning Call of Duty titles, you got 100 Thieves and Envy both doing well in Valorant, and of course other esports too, but all of a sudden you remember that Hastro beef with Courage. If somehow the Botez sisters for Envy would have taken down Courage on a 1v1 to win a 350k Uno tournament, would have been the perfect chance for Hastro to slide in and just say something.
Two things. One, I'll say he could, if they had won, he could have tweeted something like, "Thanks for the hoodie money, Nade Shot," or something like that, probably. And two, imagine how entertaining it would be to see all of the owners of organizations do something like that. Like
Yes.
a Uno LAN of Hastro, Carlos, Lee Trink, just like people that are
Steve,
well known.
Jack, yeah.
I think that would be super entertaining. But yes, to your point, it would have been very entertaining if someone not from 100 Thieves would have won. At this point, it kind of feels a little bit like Courage took money out of one pocket, put it into his other pocket.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, Courage has been full of W's. 100 Thieves co-ownership, 100k in Bitcoin.
Right.
And
Beat
this-
Envy again.
You gotta chalk this up as another win for Courage because he also beat out.
True.
We basically beat out Hastro, so it's another win.
Oh, it's a complete flop of what
Yeah.
could have been a great
Exactly.
storyline for Envy. It's now like
It's a perfect
Courage.
storyline for Courage.
Courage has now not only out-earned Hastro, formerly in Call of Duty, and that has not only out-earned him in Fortnite, Courage being a Fortnite competitor, has now out-earned Envy when it comes to Uno events. So it's kind of just like a double whammy. So whenever Hastro, if he does fire 100 Thieves, if we expect Courage to ever tweet again. Despite all of that, the overall story here being $350,000 on the line, much of that given away for an Uno tournament, some backlash here and there. Was it rigged? Massive success. Not much else to say. What did you guys think about it? We'll catch you back here in the next one. Take care.